Hi, my name is Jason Palmer and I'm an English teacher from Toronto, Canada. Today, we're going to talk about 8 ways that you can sound more natural by using hesitation fillers. One problem you might have as a non-native speaker is speaking with big breaks between your words, and this could make you sound very unnatural and not very fluent. So, in order to increase your fluency, a good idea is to learn a lot of hesitation fillers. So these words that we can fill the gaps with and give you time to think, but also make you sound more like a native speaker. Okay, so the first way you can do this is with our first filler word. Our first filler word is well. So sometimes we can use the word well to sound more natural. For example, I could say, well, I think I'll do that later today. It gives me time to think about what I'm going to say next. So that's a good example. The next one we can use is you see or let's see. Maybe someone asks you a question about when you would like to have a meeting next week. You could say, well, let's see. Maybe Tuesday would be a good time for me. The third one we could use is all right. For example, if someone asks you, would you like to move the meeting to Wednesday? You could say, all right, we can do that. Wednesday sounds good. Our fourth filler is I see. This is a good filler to use when you're responding to some information that someone told you. For example, maybe someone told you that we can only have the meeting on Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Your response might be, I see. Well, I guess I can change my schedule and use that time. So our fifth filler is you know. This is an example we can use when we want to create a kind of pause. So, for example, maybe someone tells you that the meeting will be on Friday at 5 o'clock. You could respond by saying, you know, I think that would be good. Let's do Friday. So here we've created, again, another break that gave you a chance to think about it. Okay, our sixth filler is the word like. Now this one is used quite a lot as a filler in English. So a lot of people will say like, maybe too often. But an example of how you might use this, you could say, well, yesterday I went to the park and it was like a good day to visit. Now, of course, we don't use like in the grammatical sense there, but as a filler, we can throw that in there. The seventh filler I have for you, and a very useful one, especially for non-native speakers. This is a filler that even native speakers use when they can't remember or think of a word that they need to use. This filler is, what do you call it? Or we could also say, what's the word? Something like this. So for example, when you're speaking, you could say something like, yesterday I went to the store and I saw, what do you call it? It's a machine for cutting grass. Ah yes, a lawnmower. And for the eighth way to use a hesitation filler, I want to tell you about the common fillers that we often use in English that are really just sounds. This is one way that you can sound really natural. Native speakers in English use these sounds quite often between words and sentences. These are sounds like something like this. So, for example, you could be thinking of something to say and you could say, well, tomorrow I'm going to go to the mall with my friends. This is a great way to fill in blank space in the words you're saying or speaking about, and you really do sound like a native speaker when you use huh. These kinds of sounds are great to practice and try to use and see how they work for you. To review, our 8 ways to use hesitation fillers are using the word well, using the phrase you see or let's see, also all right, I see, you know, like, what do you call it or what's it called, huh, all of these sounds. These are great ways that you can use fillers and sound more like a natural native speaker. But that's it for me today. Please subscribe to our channel below, and I'll see you next time.